Peace and love, strength and honor. Samir, Seif, Ontario Top Team. Pow!
Peace and love, strength and honor. Samir Seif for Ontario Top Team Subscribers Corner, episode 18. A quick shout out to Von Star, Marsoc, 0326, Stefano, Federini. Hopefully we will be able to train together one day. Malcolm McAtee and Moshe Sewell. Thank you, Moshe, for those kind words. And Von Star, let's keep the conversation up. In this episode, I'll be quickly going over concepts, over technique. That's what was asked to me. What do I believe is more important, or how do I teach? How do I learn? I learn and teach by concepts, and I've 100% adopted Professor Biernacki, Robert Biernacki of Island Top Team's base posture structure, which you can look up on his channel, Island Top Team. It's really straightforward. You can pretty much apply it to anything that you're learning. Also, when you go on YouTube, you can then therefore judge and make your own judgments of what you're learning and if it makes logical sense. So in terms of concepts, I follow known physics, known science, known biology. It has to fall within, a reality check of those things. If I can't prove it by those things, then I'm not probably going to do it. Conceptually wise, I'm not going to go over too many details of base posture structure, levers and frames. You can go to his channel. What I can say is following the concepts, I can look at something, and if it doesn't address base of how we absorb force and how we exert force, there might be some issues. And also when it comes to posture, spinal alignment, when you're gaining energy, drawing energy, the kinetic line of energy that runs through your body mechanics, bone structure, for posture, where the head goes, the body goes. So you have base, posture, and structure. The structure of, where your elbows are, where your arms are in relation to your body, where your knees and legs are in relation to your body. Are you spread out? Are you back in? It makes a really big difference when you're watching something or learning something, looking at the structure of, is that person using strength, or do they have a supportive structure that's allowing them to address weight, power, strength, velocity, and then lastly, frames and levers. So using that formula of concepts, it really makes it quite easy for me to look at something quickly and say, yes, that's efficient, that would work, or I don't think that would work. When it comes to locking itself, locking and holding, I use a little system I created, which is base, fulcrum, lever. So anything as simple as like a finger lock. If I'm looking at something, or someone, say a student, and they can't lock the finger properly, I would then examine, do they have a base, that supports a fulcrum, and do they have a fulcrum that creates a lever? And those are things that I would like you to look up to understand, how scientific this stuff can really get. But just imagine that I teach you the system of base, fulcrum, and lever. You pretty much can come up with your own submissions. Understand that you always have to, if your arm lock's not working, then you have to look at how you're basing it. Did you squeeze with your knees? Are you holding it? When you wrapped it with your arm, are you squeezing your elbow in? Did you create a base so that it can't move, so that at another point along that limb, there's a fulcrum, a point that's moving, right? And then once the fulcrum point is reached, like say you have a limb that only moves 180 degrees, what point of the limb do you see a lever being created? But once all that mumbo jumbo makes sense, you'll be able to like snatch out onto a limb and just understand immediately where you're losing your submission and where you could create the submission or regain the submission. So yeah, I definitely believe in concepts over techniques. For many years, I had curriculum books. I still have curriculum books that I follow loosely. But more so, I'm pretty, until you get your black belt. I like to have a nice ceremony for that. But until you get there, my curriculum is loosely based. You know, I have my list of requirements, but at the same time, every individual is different, whether he be male or she be female, size, weight, age. So I go more by, do they understand the concept? And there's certain concepts that I believe that you need at each phase of, you know, beginner, intermediate, and an advanced. And if you understand the concepts, it's not necessary to me that you have a whole bag of techniques, because I know those techniques will come to you if you have a good grasp of the concepts when you're ready for it. So hopefully that answers your question. Again, I would highly suggest you go to my professor, Robert Bernacchi, Violin Top Team, and look up bass posture structure. And a good way to remember that is the little reminder I made for myself, and he liked, and I was happy he liked it, which is best possible scenario. So following good concepts will always create a best possible scenario. Peace and love, strength and honor for Subscribers Corner, episode 18. Pow.
Peace and love, strength and honor. Samir Seif, Ontario Top Team. Pow!